Announcing the first instructional video that focuses completely on the technique aspects of stick playing. Basic freehands technique breaks down Emmett Chapman's revolutionary two-handed tapping method into core elements so that you can effectively train your hands to become independent, dynamic, and expressive tools for making music. This is not just guitar fretting applied to both hands. It's a whole new approach that brings chords, melodies, and bass lines together in one unified method based on similar hand movement strategies no matter what the musical situation. This approach of supporting the movement of the fingers with movement of the hands has a lot of benefits, including improved timing, better tone, easier fretboard navigation, more controlled dynamics, and most important of all, it really improves your ability to develop independent two-handed tapping. I didn't come to this instrument from a guitar or bass background, so I didn't have any kind of habits as far as fretting the notes goes on the board. Instead, I came to it from a keyboard background, and I found that I was moving my hands a lot more to activate the notes than most of the other stick players that I see. After deconstructing this technique, largely through some very wise questions on the part of my students, I've come up with a way of describing it that I hope will be beneficial to you, and that'll provide a really strong foundation for your own development in two-handed tapping. The stick is its own instrument. It has its own method that really comes from the stick. So try to keep an open mind. Some of these things might feel a little unusual to you, especially if you've been playing the guitar for a long time. But give them a try. I think you'll find that they'll give you a really strong foundation. The video gives clear examples with easy-to-follow graphics to show notes, movements, and fingering possibilities, and camera close-ups, including the player's perspective camera angle, so that you can easily play along. All of the exercises and examples can be played on any of the major inverted fifths, bass, and fourths melody stick tunings. The lessons begin with instrument positioning, establishing the most beneficial ergonomics for hand movement. Then we move on to basic movement itself, supporting the fingers with the strength and mass of the hands and arms. We'll apply this to bass lines, melodies, and chords in each hand before moving on to explore how a hand movement-based approach can lead to greater hand independence, spontaneity, and creative control. Along the way, we learn specific movements that will help you get a more consistent sound with better timing and a more fluid navigation of the fretboard. Moves like the traverse with my second finger. So that is the same basic move. The crab walk, and the very subtle creep, and continue the line up. So that move is all of which will help you play the notes you want, where you want them on the board, and without having to learn new techniques every time a new situation comes up. Having these moves in your muscle memory will make it easier for you to concentrate on how you want to play, not just what finger to use for which note. So there's another step that you could take with this, and that is to play the second finger on the downbeat in the left hand, just to mix it up a little bit. So let's see what that's like. 2. I got my second finger on the downbeat. So here we go.